Morning traffic on Fifth Avenue moved like nothing had happened, like the city hadn't just swallowed another secret. Inside Oram and Company, beneath lights designed to make diamonds look flawless, a dark stain cut across the marble floor. Grant Holden lay behind his desk, precise, controlled violence surrounding him. No shattered glass. No frantic alarm. Just intention. Detective Maya Rios understood immediately, this wasn't chaos, it was a message. And messages like this were never meant for the public. They were meant for someone who would understand exactly why the blood was left behind. Holden's office held more than silence. Tucked beneath routine paperwork was a small ledger filled with coded initials and dates that didn't belong in any official record. Detective Ethan Cole noticed the missing security drive. Maya noticed the pattern in the handwriting, tight, nervous, deliberate. Someone had been keeping track of something off the books. Outside the tape line, journalist Lena Park watched carefully, sensing a story beneath the obvious. Holden hadn't been afraid of dying. He'd been afraid of a deadline. And deadlines in this city were rarely about time, they were about payment. The surveillance footage should have told the truth. Instead, it blinked. 90 seconds erased cleanly from the timeline, not corrupted, not damaged, removed. An external override, professional and confident. The kind of work done by someone who understood systems better than the people who trusted them. The name Cal Mercer surfaced quietly, attached to security contracts up and down the avenue. A consultant who specialized in protection. Or perhaps in selective blindness. Maya felt the shape of something larger forming, a network that didn't smash its way in, but simply turned the cameras away. Store owner Rafiq Saeed presented grief the way he presented diamonds, polished and controlled. He spoke of loyalty and tragedy, but his calm never cracked. Shipping logs from the night of the murder showed a transfer with no destination, a gap too convenient to ignore. Behind glass walls and tailored suits, business continued as usual. But money leaves fingerprints even when people don't. Customs flags cleared too quickly. Documents filed too neatly. Holden hadn't stumbled into danger by accident. He had seen something moving through that store after hours, something worth killing to protect. Cal Mercer sat in the interrogation room like a man accustomed to control. He denied involvement with measured ease, invoices ready as shields. But when confronted with the missing 90 seconds, his composure thinned, just enough. Financial trails led to shell companies designed to exist only long enough to pay and disappear. This wasn't about stolen jewelry. It was about enforcement. Holden's broken access badge wasn't symbolic, it was a warning. On Fifth Avenue, loyalty was mandatory. And when someone threatened the structure, the response wasn't negotiation. It was removal. The storage facility revealed the truth before anyone spoke it aloud. Sealed crates, burner phones, duplicate manifests, and a hard drive tied directly to Holden. Security footage from multiple locations confirmed a system built on controlled access and calculated silence. Mercer vanished before arrest could reach him, leaving behind the unsettling certainty that he had anticipated every move. Detective Maya Rios understood then that this case was never about one man on a marble floor. It was about an avenue that protected its image at any cost. And in a city that values perfection above all else, blood is just another expense, so long as it stays contained. Cal Mercer's disappearance wasn't panic, it was preparation. Detective Maya Rios knew the difference. Men like Mercer didn't run unless the structure beneath them had already shifted. The envelope he left behind contained no threats, no confession, just a single photograph of Grant Holden standing beside Rafiq Saeed at a private event, both smiling, both unaware the image would one day feel like evidence. On the back, one sentence was written in careful block letters, everyone signed something. Ethan traced Mercer's last known movements to a private airstrip outside the city, but there were no passenger records, no digital trail. It was as if he'd stepped sideways out of the system. Meanwhile, Lena Park uncovered a pattern. 3 other luxury retailers along Fifth Avenue had quietly replaced their security chiefs in the past year. No public incidents. No headlines. Just resignations followed by non-disclosure agreements. The foundation wasn't cracking. It had been engineered to flex under pressure. Maya shifted strategy. Instead of chasing Mercer's shadow, she targeted the pressure points holding the network together. Financial subpoenas began stacking up, each one pushing closer to Rafiq Saeed's offshore holdings. Ethan discovered overlapping board memberships linking store owners, private investors, and Mercer's shell corporations. It wasn't random corruption, it was coordinated risk management. Lena prepared her exposé carefully, knowing that publishing too soon could bury the truth permanently. But as scrutiny increased, so did resistance. Internal Affairs questioned Maya's aggressive approach. Anonymous complaints suggested procedural overreach. The message was subtle but clear: Fifth Avenue had allies in powerful places. And those allies were uncomfortable. The break came unexpectedly. A junior accountant from one of the flagged retailers requested protective custody in exchange for testimony. His statement outlined a system of after-hours transfers, high-value items moved off-ledger, insured at inflated rates, then quietly rerouted overseas. Holden, according to the accountant, had threatened to report discrepancies after discovering shipments that never appeared in official books. Mercer had been brought in not to steal, but to manage the fallout. When loyalty wavered, enforcement followed. With the testimony secured, arrest warrants were drafted for financial conspiracy and obstruction. But before they could be executed, Rafiq Saeed held a press conference announcing full cooperation with authorities and the immediate suspension of several executives, carefully distancing himself from direct involvement. The machine was sacrificing parts to save the core. In the weeks that followed, indictments rolled out slowly, strategically. Some executives faced charges. Assets were frozen. Public statements promised reform. Yet Mercer remained missing, and Saeed's name never appeared on a formal complaint. Maya stood once more inside Oram & Company, the marble floors polished, the stain long erased. Customers moved through the showroom unaware of what had unfolded beneath the surface. Ethan joined her, noting how quickly the city resets. Lena's article went live that night, detailing the network without sensationalism, just facts layered with patience. The truth didn't roar. It settled. Maya understood something then: justice on Fifth Avenue doesn't always arrive in handcuffs. Sometimes it arrives as exposure, as fracture, as doubt planted in the perfect facade. Grant Halden's death had forced the avenue into the light, if only briefly. And even if the marble gleamed again, Maya knew what had once soaked into it. Some stains never truly disappear, they just become part of the foundation.